Here we are back at home after the disastrous three-way date at the bathhouse. Sarai is feeling quite low. Let's check in with them. Drifting love, doomed relationship. Yeah. Their relationship with Liberty and Abraham seems to be quite doomed at the moment. Yeah, take a nap, sleep it off, hide from the world. I don't blame you, Sib. Don't blame you at all. Let's check in with the rest of the household. Jem is feeling real good. Back from work, still wearing that great dress, maintaining strong relationships with lots of Sims, a couple ghosts. Jem is great. Let's give Jem something to do. Abraham is asleep on the couch. I am going to change some clothing soon. I don't want to do it this episode. There is too much happening to play in closets right now. Liberty is also asleep. She's very tired. Glen looks great. Glen is happy. Glen has done his work for the day. Let's have him prepare some food. Okay, Abraham is going to work. He's doing pretty well. He's hungry, he's tired, but he'll survive. We do need some more money. This, I think, is Abraham's first day at work. He got a tech job. Mickey Haas wants Glen to join a club. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go to a club meeting. Glen can finish harvesting later. This must be the community garden group that Glen has been part of. Let's meet everyone. Who are all these people? Community garden enthusiasts come from all walks of life. There's Gunter, Yuki, here's Mikey, Hugo, Ava. Some community garden members join because they're interested in sustainability. Some people join because they like fresh food. Some people like getting their hands dirty. I think Glen has a lot of reasons for being part of community gardening. I think he likes the social aspect. He really likes talking with people who are also interested in getting back to nature, to really connecting with the origin of food. So maybe he's a little more organically crunchy than some of these other people. But they all come together with a common interest, a common goal. Like, who is this? This is Makey. I think she looks a little more yuppie than some of these other people. She looks a little more well-off. Maybe she has an interest in community gardening for, increased access to organic produce. She's interested in the taste of food, in high-quality organic ingredients that she can use in her kitchen. She and Glen like to talk about cooking, about what they're making at home, about the different flavors that come out. They like seeking out of the ordinary herbs and unusual vegetables. So even though they come from some pretty different backgrounds and have some very different opinions on different social, maybe even different political matters, but they care about healthy soil and clean water and delicious, delicious tomatoes. This is Yuki. Yuki is a teen. Yuki comes to the garden after school. She at first got started in the community garden as an after-school service project. It was a science and action service project, like, hey, you can go and get extra credit in your class by working in this garden and seeing how some of these lessons apply in the real world. And she's like, okay, that sounds easy. That doesn't sound super hard. And I get extra credit. And it turned out she really liked it. She liked seeing how the work of a whole season came together and made sense. You put work in and you get these amazing results, but also you have no idea what is going to happen. Like maybe cutworms get to your vegetables, maybe there's too much water and you get mildew. She kind of liked that there was this chaotic element to gardening. Glen was at first super into info dumping, but then he was like, nah, I gotta back up. I can't give more than people are going to ask for. And so he learned the right way to share with people by interacting with Yuki. And now, they have this healthy friendship. She can come and ask him, like, hey, I think I want to grow flowers. I think I want to do more than just herbs. And he can be like, wow, that's really incredible. It's really amazing how people want to beautify the world and also add to the health of the soil and the water by increasing biodiversity. Yuki has not been able to get her friends really into it yet, but she likes to talk to them about it, and secretly they think it's pretty cool that she has this hobby because she didn't really seem to have a lot going on for her, but this has really grounded her. Ew, look at this espresso machine. No one has cleaned the espresso machine in so long. That's so nasty. And yet we're all drinking coffee from it anyway. Glen can go and talk to other members of the club. This is Gunther. Gunther has his tiny cup of espresso. That's very Gunther. Gunther cares about the quality of food. He cares about how things taste. He cares about origin. He is kind of like Makey like that, but he's a little more grounded. He's not quite so hoity-toity about it. And so Gunther gets along with Glen a little bit more. He's a little more crunchy himself. He's not going to just shop at the high-end grocery stores just because they're high-end and he thinks that they're the best just because you pay more for it. He's like, nah, I'll go to the corner market. I'll go to wherever is convenient because they have fresh food too. They have really great stuff, and often it's more affordable even though it's just as good as really expensive stuff. So Gunther is a little more grounded. He's a little more realistic about the world he lives in and the people around him and the way he approaches food. Glen has drank too much coffee and needs to go to the bathroom. Oh, look, the espresso machine got cleaned. That's awesome. Now everyone can have delicious coffee drinks. Glen is tired. Let's end the club gathering and go home. Oh, the club, one of their activities is drink coffee. That's great. Do homework and write. Okay, this is the avant-gardes. I'm going to change up the club just a little bit so it's more gardening oriented since I've decided that this is Glen's community gardening group. Let's end the gathering. Adjust this a little bit. Can I do that? Looks like I can't. Oh well, we'll just pretend. It's fun. It's fun to pretend. Glen is finally able to plant some of this holly and the bluebell that's been hanging out in the garden. Oh, there's also begonias out here. Liberty is finally awake and she feels really happy, it looks like. I guess from her perspective, her date with Abraham went very well. Good for her. Let's check on her relationship status. Okay, her pink bar with Abraham is quite full. Her pink bar with Sarai actually has a chunk of red in it. Let's check on their profile together. Okay, they have an awkward friends relationship. Things started out friendly, but then it got weird. Yeah, that's about right. Liberty's romantic feelings about Sarai are neutral. Sarai's romantic feelings about Liberty are unknown. That's fair. Let's check out Abraham's profile. Liberty's relationship with Abraham is one of soulmates. They are married, and it is a wholesome relationship. They are also best friends. Liberty's romantic feelings about Abraham are neutral, and she does feel unsatisfied. We do know that her turnoffs include physical affection. And so I think that's why we keep getting a red relationship reaction when they have conversations, because he will physically flirt with her and she won't like it. So I think that is what is causing this unsatisfied state. Abraham's romantic feelings about Liberty, he has an unknown attraction level to her and unknown satisfaction. What does her profile say? She is also turned off by Woohoo. Interesting. We have learned so much about her. Do we know what she does like? She likes hot pink hair. What if I gave Sarai hot pink hair? She's also turned off by black clothes. Well, she has been dating multiple Goths. She's turned on by pet ownership. She has a pet enthusiast turn on. What if we got a cat? Like, really, what are we doing with a Goth household that doesn't have at least one cat? Abraham's romantic feelings about Liberty, he is very satisfied. So from Abraham's point of view, he's great. He's real good. It looks like we have not negotiated the full scope of romantic boundaries. We have negotiated woohoo, so that will not trigger jealousy. Physical romance will trigger jealousy, and non-physical romance will trigger jealousy, but woohoo will not. Abraham also has a red bar with Sarai. Actually, he has more red with Sarai than Liberty has with Sarai. Oh, Abraham's relationship with Sarai it's complicated. The burning romantic desire cannot be quelled, even if they don't like each other that much. Okay, Abraham and Sarai definitely need to negotiate boundaries, because non-physical romance, physical romance, and woohoo will trigger jealousy. Sarai has adoring sentiments about Abraham, so they are very into him. There's a lot of very complicated feelings between the two of them, between all three of them. They like each other, they dislike each other, they've been hurt by each other, they crave each other. Abraham and Liberty are having a little bit of a tiff in the kitchen. I don't know what that's about. Maybe they are having a talk about what happened at the bathhouse. Maybe Abraham is saying, oh, it wasn't that big a deal. And Liberty was like, no, it actually is a big deal. After all, they did get the try for baby interaction come up. They might be wanting to do this together. Yeah, here it is, try for baby with Liberty. Let's try. Let's see what happens. I don't remember for sure. I think they might have tried for baby in the onsen, but there wasn't an option to let Liberty take a pregnancy test. So either I did not choose that option, or it wasn't successful, or whatever, because there wasn't an option for her to take that pregnancy test at the onsen. Dwayne is taking a bath, so this shower is occupied. Oh, there they go. Dwayne is being a bit of a creepy roommate and just helping himself to some voyeuristic enjoyment. Here comes Sarai. Sarai, no. You're going to get upset again. Oh, no. Sarai, oh, I'm sorry. You are having a super terrible weekend. Sarai is going to make grilled cheese about it. It is nearly 5 p.m. and I wanted them to have a New Year's party. What is a goth household without a stereo system? They desperately need some music around here. They've got something for music now. As soon as we clean the place up and make some food, then we're going to invite a bunch of people over.